One of the things that I love most about living and exploring in Utah is that you can go from places like this to places like this and see things like this, and this along the way in all just under an hour. Let's get started. Working on breakfast, one of the things I like to do particularly on overnight trips is kind of pre-prep almost all of the food. It just makes it easier to clean up, easier to cook, things like that. So I've got a bunch of diced potatoes with onions and peppers already. Mix in my favorite choice of meat, which is sausage, but you could put in whatever you want. And once that's all ready, then I'll start, whipping up some eggs, pour that in there, make ourselves a nice little scramble to eat this morning. Should be delicious. Bouncy. Excellent.
Dad, how old are you?
I am 36.
36?
36.
When is your birthday?
Next month.
What kind of age are you going to be when it's your birthday?
I'm going to be 37.
Oh. That's like a grandpa.
I'm not like a grandpa.
No, but if you're that age, that looks like a grandpa.
You think I'm going to look like a grandpa?
Yeah, you look a little bit of a grandpa.
I do? Mm-hmm. How come?
Because swingbeards have beards and no hair.
And grandpas have beards and are bald?
Yep.
So I look like one?
Yeah.
Well, you've heard it here first.
He's actually a grandpa.
I'm not a grandpa. Wyatt is 11.
What is 11?
Wyatt.
Wyatt is?
I'm not a grandpa until one of you kids has a kid. When considering that Wyatt is 11, I'm not even near it. Give me like 15 years. There is this trail that I've been wanting to tackle for a long time. Now, the problem with it is it's basically a road that goes through a bunch of private land. Now, it's a county road, so it's definitely accessible, but because of that, there's just nowhere to camp near it. So on multiple trips, I've planned to go there, and I can just never fully make it there because every time I get to that area, it's either too late or something like that, and I need to go somewhere else to camp, including last night. We were gonna maybe camp there last night, trying to find some spots around it, couldn't find anything, dropped down into the desert in a place that I know that we can camp and is easy access to it. But I'm excited to get up and drive it today. I think the views are going to be beautiful. It's going to be really nice to be in the mountains. Let's get started. Right now we're about to head up 9 Mile Canyon. Now, despite the name, 9 Mile Canyon is much longer than that. I think it's actually around 40 miles, but it has so much incredible history. John Wesley Powell marked off, kind of like made this triangulation, which is where they came up with 9 Mile Canyon, the name, but it has a ton of Native American history from the Fremonts to the Ute Native Americans and a bunch of things with the military as well. It's pretty cool. I'm excited to show it off. Now, I know I'm kind of a junkie for Native American artifacts and things like that. I love pictograph and petroglyph panels. This is the first site along here. I imagine if you just climbed and walked along these ridges, you would find so many. I guarantee every corner is tucked away with some of them. This canyon has as many as almost are documented anywhere else, and they're right off of the road. Please be respectful though. You can see people carving in and not using best practices. Don't touch them, leave them alone. Just come, look, experience, check some of these out. They're beautiful. Like I mentioned, this canyon, it's just like a gold mine of cool history. There's all these incredible old buildings and houses and homesteads and ranches and Native American rock art, and all jam-packed in like a 30-mile range. It's absolutely incredible. You have to come check it out. It's all paved. Worth every second of the drive though. So we've just stopped at this little picnic area. There's some cool old buildings. Not really sure the time frame on there. I was hoping there was a placard to kind of showcase that. I'll show those off, but there's actually a grave marker here for a Clifford Rail who died in 1998, and it says that he was a lover of rock art, and there's actually a stone bench over there dedicated to him as well. So you're gonna have to Google him and look him up afterwards, because it sounds like someone I would like to get to know a little bit. So you can see the only remaining structure of this, the fireplace. And then check this out. This must be the well. The grate, it's covered over with a grate. And then there's another building right here that looks like it goes down in, like a dugout of some kind. Obviously that's all with cement, so it's much newer. This has some modern things in it. I'll bet it was built during the mining era around here. So, you know, somewhere between early and mid 1900s. Probably built for mining. Like I mentioned, lots of mining took place in this canyon for years and years and years. We just stopped at this little picnic area, and they have a river running through right here. Charlotte and Molly are loving it, just, you know, cooling off. It's getting towards the tail end of summer, so it's still quite warm even though it's not super hot today. But this little creek running through here, river, really beautiful. So right now I'm at the owl panel. It's one of my favorite ones here. It's extremely ornate, and as you can see, just the detail's amazing. There's like a big bear print, and you know, antelope, bighorn sheep, deer, hunters. And just, it's mind-blowing how honestly well preserved they are, and just how beautiful and amazing they are to be carved into the rock like this and still have such good detail is really incredible. And I don't know, it's like, I don't know, for me, it's like just, it's an incredible experience. I've been here before, and yet when I come and I look at it, I'm just, honestly, I'm like just blown away and extremely thankful that I can experience things like this. So right now, I'm just sitting on this bench looking at the Great Hunt panel, and honestly, I'm humbled by all of the work and effort that people have put into preserving these. I'm so grateful for it. The thing is, on the way up here, I've passed multiple other stop sites. Just don't have enough time today to look at all of them, and I'm sure there's stuff here that is undiscovered, which is really cool as well. So we're gonna go and get some lunch and then start heading deep into the mountains. Such a perfect way to start off this adventure.
Oh, it is a big sheep.
Awesome. Those little baby ones.
Big old sheep. Whoa, is it dry? Whoa. Whoa, they're real. They're so cute. Right? Roll down this window. Wow. How?
can't believe just how cool this greenery is. The effort and energy it must have taken to put something up that secure and that high is absolutely incredible.
One of the things that's so crazy to me about this canyon is right here it has like this total, you know, kind of south central Utah vibe, and in like 20 miles it's gonna feel like an Alpine trip. It's amazing. But check out just how beautiful this is. Because this is a county road that has a lot of private land around it, I suspect that it's going to be very well graded the entire time. But this canyon is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm not expecting any rough terrain at all, because I know there's like different cabins and ranches and different things like that up here. And usually when you have stuff like that, you know, the county's coming through and grading it once or twice a year, which kind of keeps it from being too crazy. But as we're climbing, you can totally see the plant life and vegetation is changing and becoming more alpine. My guess is as we climb another 1,000 feet or so here in the next few miles that we're going to notice some pretty significant changes, which is pretty cool.
It's hard not to fall in love with places like this. As each mile passes, I'm amazed at how diverse the landscape of Utah is. Just miles before, I was in the heart of 9 Mile Canyon, full of pictographs and petroglyphs carved into the rock. I'm sure Argyle Canyon must have made great hunting ground for the different Native American tribes that once ruled this area. It's fun to think that some of these epic hunts depicted on rock may have taken place right here in Argyle Canyon. I can't help but think that this road is the perfect connector between 9 Mile and the desert trails outside of Wellington into the San Rafael Swell from the Utah mountains. Something I hope to be sharing in a future series will utilize this road to connect some of my other favorites in the area into an incredible route through Utah. Mile after mile, Charlotte and I glide through the canyon, basking in its beautiful terrain. I cannot recommend checking out both of these canyons enough. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.